this is Quentin.
And we talked about the monkey on the clock already.
Welcome to we are talking about a lot of news today. We got lots going on.
All right.
Oh my goodness. The volume is low, brother. All right. Is it good? Is this really low? This is really sad. This is unfortunate.
Just pretend that we're not having audio issues. Turn up your phone.
Turn it up.
Whatever you're listening.
We'll get the audio sorted out. Whoever's the crew, can you go get someone to get the audio turned up? All right, we'll just leave it on the watch out. Welcome to the Joyconvo Podcast, episode 6. We are talking a lot about news today. We are talking about the downfall of Xbox, or the rebranding of Xbox.
Whoa.
The death of physical gaming.
Death, like completely game over?
And not only that, but we're talking about the end of Switch 1. Oh my goodness, there's so much ending. And of course, we also are going to share a little bit more about
It's game over for everything.
We're talking about our overall thoughts on Rhythm Heaven as well, because we didn't really talk about that last week. I was with M Swizzle last week.
Yes.
The boy M Swizzle last week, and
I thought I was M Swizzle.
Well, no.
maybe one day I'll.
We're getting our audio issue sorted out right now. It should be a little bit louder pretty soon. Just gonna have to crank the volume for a few minutes. This is not pre-recorded. This is a live show today.
In case you can't tell, we can see that you're all saying no audio. In case that doesn't give you enough of a hint to show that we are live.
Yeah. So I think that this is just a crazy week in gaming. The last 2 weeks, we haven't really been able to chat about the news. I was going to talk about it last week on the podcast with Max, but the thing about Max is that he talked about it on his podcast.
Oh, you can't copy him.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, maybe you just should never talk to him again.
I love the guy, though.
Honestly, like, I've only talked to him like a few times, but he is a very sweet fella.
He's so sweet.
He's a very sweet guy.
Anyways, we are back live today, and I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to talk about what's been going on, although it's unfortunate about what's going on.
Yes.
So we obviously got a few things to talk about. I think the most recent is the whole Xbox thing. Have you heard what's happening with Xbox at all?
I've only heard that there's been some pretty major layoffs. That's like really the big thing that I've heard.
So this is the biggest layoff in all of gaming. Ever.
In all of gaming? But is it in all of business?
Not in all of business, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so it's been the biggest gaming layoff of all time.
Biggest gaming layoff of all time. Essentially, Ashish Sharma, which is the new
CEO of Xbox, not of Microsoft.
Of Xbox, yes. Let me get the tweet from her here, if I can even find it. I should have had that ready to go. But essentially, they're going through a full Xbox rebranding, which is so. I guess I'm not really surprised at all.
Okay, well, first of all, there was very, very clear issues of Xbox being dumb. Very, very clear. Xbox made everything an Xbox, which completely destroyed the sales of their what do you call it? Of their Xbox.
Their brand, yeah.
Completely tanked the sales. Totally made things muddy for like clarity of what their system even is.
Yeah.
And now they are. My train of thought is going. It's leaving.
This is the biggest gaming layoff. Essentially, but we've seen this coming from miles away.
Right, because they were bad. Because they were being silly.
They've done so many. Phil Spencer specifically has been so goofy.
He's gone.
He's gone now. He retired.
Yes. The Sharma, what's her name?
Ashish Sharma. Which is actually kind of a cool name. Anyways, Phil Spencer prioritized Game Pass. That was the big thing. He put all his eggs into Game Pass,
one basket.
All his eggs into one basket using Game Pass, and he also just went crazy with investing. He bought so many companies. He bought Blizzard, like he bought like Toys for Bob and all those people. Like,
all those like smaller ones that had like one really big game.
we are getting the audio still sorted out, but we're figuring it out. Apparently, people still want it a little bit louder. So, anyways, we've seen. Sorry, I'm a little distracted with the audio, but
I think we're good.
There's been so many crazy, silly, goofy things that Phil Spencer, my guy, has done. Obviously, he just bought out a ton of game studios, and the crazy thing is about after he bought all these gaming studios is that my guy did nothing with that. Most of these gaming studios only put out maybe one game in the last 7 years that he's owned them.
Dang.
There's like so little going on with Xbox. And the thing is, the Xbox games that he did buy are all on other platforms anyways. So the money's going more towards the game studios and less Xbox themselves. And then
there was also, like, he also talked about the, I saw in her, what was it? I don't know who covered it, but I heard that she said that there was like 15 different layers to get to the management, 15 layers of management.
Yeah, so there's this okay, so apparently Quentin's audio is too quiet. Anyways, we are read the chat, crew, read the chat. Read the YouTube chat. Yeah, so there was 15 layers. There's 15 layers of essentially people in charge. She wants to compress that down to 5, at least 5.
Right.
So what's happening is, when people talk about the layers, I don't even. What am I freaking saying right now? 15 layers. After 15 layers, things can get muddy. You can get, essentially, you're getting nothing done if I had to go through 15 layers of people. Like, for example, when I edit a YouTube video or whatever.
I think audio is good now.
Yeah, audio is good now. Whenever I edit a video, my editor edits it, and it's just me who has to go through it and watch it.
Yeah, to have 15 people,
Yeah, can you imagine 15 people watching that?
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy. Like, that's just insane. So that's one problem with it.
Yeah.
That's just an absolutely stupid, silly thing that's been going on. The other thing that Xbox said, which I thought was really interesting, was every dollar they invest, they're losing 64 cents to the dollar.
Oh, dang.
So they're losing over 0.5% of what they're even investing into.
That's crazy. So they're not seeing any return.
They're not seeing any return.
That sucks.
So all that being said, there's a couple things that they did right here, I think, that's worth pointing out. They didn't close that many game studios. Usually, if it was going to happen like this, they would have closed half the game studios, but they actually didn't do that. They just kind of cut them in half.
Right.
Now, I think over 3,000 people are getting let go, which is so, like, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's really sad.
That is a lot of people. But I think the way it was handled and just the mess that Xbox was, she did a very good job.
It's true. She did a good job at explaining it.
She did a good job explaining it and just being honest. And I mean, it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen.
It was either Xbox entirely fails or they lay off all of the dead weight, pretty much.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall, I hope that this means that Xbox is going to kind of get back in the ring. And we've seen some very interesting ideas that they've been throwing out there. Like, for example, have you seen Gears of War? That's a new game that's getting
Gears of War.
Gears of War is like an Xbox.
I don't know much about it.
Gears of War is an Xbox exclusive game, and there's a new one coming out. And initially, it was going to be on all platforms. Now, though, only going to be on Xbox. They're doing a little Nintendo thing.
Oh,
so they're
finally going back.
They're going back to console exclusives.
Yeah,
which I think is good.
That is good.
I actually don't know why you wouldn't do console exclusives.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like Nintendo's really one of the only companies that have like really locked in their characters can't go on any other platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think Nintendo is one of the only franchises, what feels like one of the only franchises that haven't been in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, I think
They
every
wanted
other
Nintendo to
every
be
other
Fortnite.
big company has partnered with Fortnite in some sense. I know we're talking about
Yeah,
Fortnite right now.
I know,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that's just a good example of what like Nintendo's just good at staying like keeping their
They
cards
know-
close to their chest. Besides
Yeah.
that one Kirby emote, I guess. When you get the Switch 2.
The Kirby
The
emote?
Switch 2 specific emote
What?
that you unlock only on Nintendo Switch 2.
On Fortnite?
Yes.
Yeah, but that wasn't Nintendo licensed.
Yeah, but it had like a warp star come down and the sound effects.
I don't know. I don't remember this, to be honest.
What?
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah, I just it's sad to see Xbox lose a bunch of people, but I'm also really happy that they're being smart as a game company. I really think that this isn't the end, which honestly it should be. I don't know how they've lasted this long.
I know. And now their prices are going up again, and which we talked about a few weeks ago. But I mean, it is quite a sad thing.
Yeah. So, anyways,
To be fair though, like what kind of games would actually get them to rise back up? Like
on Xbox,
yeah, like
I mean, Halo.
No, they've milked
Halo's
Halo,
the
and
only one.
And I mean, I've never played the new Halos, but they don't
mean-
look good.
I mean, Xbox has a bunch of game IPs that we would be interested in. Like for example, Crash. They own Crash Bandicoot now.
Oh, wait, I thought that was PlayStation.
Yeah, initially PlayStation owned Crash and Spyro, but Xbox bought Blizzard, so now Xbox owns Crash and Spyro.
Wait, Blizzard is Crash and Spyro?
Yeah,
I thought that was
Activision.
Activision.
yeah, Activision. It's all the same.
Oh,
They bought Activision Blizzard.
the only thing I think of when I think of Blizzard is like
Overwatch? They own Overwatch too.
and Dota. Is it Dota?
I don't know. Diablo?
Overwatch? They own.
I don't know.
Or is
But
it?
there's a lot of
I
IPs
know
that
they own. What's the other big game?
yeah, there's a lot of XPs. Yeah, Forza Horizon,
Yeah, that's true.
Banjo Kazooie, Minecraft.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's so much that Xbox could do and bring to their console, and also new IPs and stuff like that. Doom is another one, but they're just flopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How is Xbox still alive right now? There's no way.
I don't think.
But
Do you think they're gonna make a comeback?
I do think they're actually going to make a comeback.
Dang.
They seem to actually know what they're doing with this.
Well, the new CEO does.
Yeah.
I think the only way that they'd be able to come back fully is if they like perfected stream, like if they perfected the everything is an Xbox.
But that was so stupid of them to do that.
Yeah, maybe they won't.
It
Never
gave
mind.
it gave people no reason to buy an actual Xbox.
Yeah, because the marketing was bad for it.
Yeah.
Now, remind me, are they cutting out the discs as well?
So I believe we'll talk about physical games. Is there anything else you want to
This I don't know the last time I've seen an Xbox disc, and maybe it's just because I don't have an Xbox. But do they still have?
They still do physical games. But I went to a Best Buy recently, and there's like, a whole Nintendo section, a massive Nintendo Switch physical section. There's a whole PlayStation section, not usually big, just one kind of report. And then the Xbox, barely a section, maybe half of a section. I saw it at a Best Buy. It's just an end cap.
Oh dang, that's rough.
And it's just
You've
like,
been end capped.
yeah, if you've been end capped, you're cooked, son. Yeah, so overall, they also like did a bunch of rebranding with Xbox as well. They changed it from Microsoft Gaming to Xbox again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a really weird time for Xbox, and I think it's going to be amazing if they can make it out of this. I hope they can make it out of this. But yeah, we just wanted to quickly discuss it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much more that we can tackle,
It's true.
but I do want to talk about the main topic today, which is the physical games. Before we tackle that, though, I didn't remember to shout out the Vandy Plus. So directly after today, we're doing a bonus episode. Vandy Plus members get an extra bonus episode. Today we're talking about overrated Nintendo games.
Yes.
So, hey, we'd love to have you there. Thank you so much for the support. If you're gonna join, you get exclusive Discord access, your name at the end of every long form video, and it's just a good time. Anyways, let's get to the main topic today, which saddens me to my core. It saddens me to my core. The end of physical gaming is here.
No.
So PlayStation tweeted. They had a little bit of a tweety head. They tweeted, "We're not producing games anymore after January 2028. No physical discs."
January 2028.
January 2028, my friend.
Dang.
Doesn't that suck?
That is crazy.
So, just as a reminder, here are my PlayStation games that I put on. There's actually a lot more that I don't have here with me.
No, you're actually gonna. It's blurred out right now, and it probably should stay blurred out. Oh no!
There it is.
The two on the bottom, two Concords. There should be jail time associated.
If we
with
end
this.
physical games, I can't buy
You got
Concords.
The 3 games you have on the top, you have 1 digital code. You have Fortnite, the digital code. And then 2 Concords. This is a crime. We're talking about physical games going away, and you have these.
No. Okay.
That's a shame.
Oh my. Yeah, I bought as soon as if we remember Concord.
That's crazy that you just pulled out those ones on the top.
Concord, if you remember Concord, biggest PlayStation flop, and they had physical copies, and it was 2 weeks after they completely canceled that game. And I found 2
was it on
physical.
sale?
No.
You bought 2 full price?
2 full price.
Oh my.
But I think they're probably going up. I think they're probably going up in value. I bought one to be a collector. I don't want to say I was going to scalp them because I wasn't going to scalp it. I just wanted 2 physical. I'm like, I'll just buy them all.
For those of you who don't know what Concord is, it was this game that PlayStation had invested $200 million into, or maybe $100 million. They invested a ton,
over $100 million. They lost, I think, over $400 million.
Yes, they invested, let's just say $100 million minimum into this this live like Heroes game, similar to something like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals, and it flopped. Like
Concord's on the screen.
Oh, there, yes. if you're not just listening and you're watching, you can see some gameplay there. They invested into this game that was pretty much like a 5v5 shooter, hoping that it would
it's so bad.
Do as well as Overwatch, and it just nobody bought it.
Nobody played it.
So 2 weeks after it got released, they just shut down the servers. But it looks like a good game.
It looks like a good game.
Visually,
but if you actually play it, I mean, it's bad. It was bad. And I didn't even get a chance to play it when it was up. It's just a crappy hero shooter. Like the fad around Overwatch is like it was there when they were developing it, but PlayStation put so much time and money into it because at the time investors, the higher ups at PlayStation were not connected with the gaming industry. And they were just like, yo, we got to invest into these live service games. PlayStation is still heavily investing into their live service games. For some reason, they all are, there's no reason to buy, for them to be investing this much into live service games. I mean, look how good Astrobot did.
Yeah.
Astrobot was a fantastic one game of the year.
Yeah.
And they're not investing into more games like Astro. I guess they are now. But oh my goodness, Concord was such a massive flop.
Yeah, it was a huge L. Huge L for PlayStation.
Yeah, so anyways, I mean,
but yeah, that's what Concord is.
That's Concord. We totally derailed there.
Yeah, we did.
Anyways, you can't. That being said, that's a perfect example of how the industry is going to change with physical versus digital games. So, PlayStation officially announced all games are, there's going to be no more new discs manufactured for PlayStation at all. You cannot buy physical gaming. It's everywhere. I've seen this covered everywhere. We have local news. I don't know if you've seen it on your YouTube feed. Local news is covering it.
Oh man.
Like Saskatchewan, some city in Saskatchewan news, I randomly saw it go up, and they're talking about how PlayStation is ending physical media. Like, how in the heck? We don't even live in Saskatchewan. That's just the first. I'm just like, why are these little news networks talking about PlayStation? Because we're so invested into the PlayStation side of gaming, but
yeah, that's
this is a big deal
crazy.
for everyone. The initial tweet that PlayStation shouted out is massive. Over hundreds of millions of views on that initial tweet. More than anything. More than the Switch 2 reveal. There was something else that it was more than the GTA 6 trailer.
Dang.
That's how you know. That's how you freaking know.
Do you think that they would pull back on that ever? Like, you think they've
Nah.
You think, okay, we got to do it at some point, and
I
2028 is time?
I think, honestly, I don't want to say it was long overdue, but I mean, we know statistically that 15% of the people on PlayStation are buying physical games only, which means that 85% are buying all digital.
Yeah, true.
And to be fair, if there is a game that's physical on PlayStation, I will buy it. But there's so few games, first of all, releasing, that PlayStation makes at least. But there's a lot of games that just don't come to physical. But I'm also buying them on Switch if they're physical.
So do you think PlayStation is going to remove all their sections from Best Buy and stuff like that and put like just game codes in it instead? Or do you think they're going to get rid of it all completely to save space and just sell codes?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
During the holiday season, like, you want something physical for your
children.
Yeah, for your children to grab. Which is probably why, GTA 6 is fine with just going like code in box.
Yeah.
Or do you think what they mean by physical media is like they're not going to do discs? I mean, think about it. Discs, can they really hold hundreds of gigabytes? Like, no, you had to download stuff anyway if you were going to get a disc.
Yeah, exactly. So
even if
disc speeds in general are not even fast enough to be running these games. Every single PlayStation 5 game that I've even bought, remember, you put it in and then it copies the media, puts it on your SSD, then you play it from your SSD. You're not even using the disc. It's different like Nintendo games. I actually have this. I want to show it off today. Mouse PI for Hire. Have you heard this game?
I have heard of that game.
Full on cartridge. Good time. Anyways, this is a good example. The full game is on the cartridge. You can play this offline and play the game. At least I think for this one. It's all on the cartridge. But like, the new Star Fox game, Mario Kart World, any of those games, you can literally just play the game off the cartridge. It's not even doing what PlayStation's doing, where it's copying all the media onto the actual game itself, but onto the SSD itself. But that doesn't matter. The game is still on the disc.
Okay. Do we know if PlayStation is going no disc, no box, or if it's just going?
We don't know if it's no disc or no box.
Because if they just went, okay, we're gonna keep all the shelf space. We're just not gonna produce the disc because the disc, like, you look at the disc right now and it really does nothing anyway. Because yeah, you're right. It copies the media, but the full game can't fit on a disc. What's the most a disc can hold?
It's like 100 gigs or something, 90 gigs.
Okay, I guess maybe some discs can hold it.
Yeah, some of them can.
Never mind then.
But that doesn't matter anyways, because you're downloading they're not putting the full game on the disc all the time. A lot of the games just simply download. It's a lot of games without people even acknowledging it are game key cards. So the whole game key card thing with PlayStation discs, and a lot of people just don't know about it because PlayStation never gave it a name. Nintendo gave game key cards the name game key card. And everybody hates game key cards, which, by the way, are not looking that bad nowadays.
Yeah.
But there's a few things that really make this especially horrible. The number one thing that I hate about PlayStation doing this, and technically I think Xbox is doing it as well. The worst part about this is that there's no secondhand market anymore on PlayStation. You have to buy the game if you want to play it on digital. So that means that they can control the price. They get anybody who buys the game. They are the ones who control the price. That means that they could just not put it on sale ever. And that you have no choice. Physical.
I guess it also does crack down on people who emulate the game.
People who emulate the game.
Download the what is it?
Download the what?
What is it called? Not a VOD, that's the video.
Like download the ROM?
The ROM, yeah.
Yeah, so it does crack down on that as well. Also, another element would be preventing it from being leaked. Don't open that. Yeah. Yeah, that's mine to open. I love plastic. I love opening games. It also prevents games from being leaked early. But it's so sad that it's finally happening. I thought maybe it would be maybe next generation. But no, it's just happening here. The secondhand market is the worst. I love that I can play a game. We've done this so many times.
Yeah.
I play a game where it's physical and I lend it to you and you can just play it.
But hold on a second though. If you are in a family plan or if you have two systems, I can just download your virtual game key cards. I'm just thinking about the Nintendo because I don't know.
Yeah, Nintendo. You can do that on Nintendo. So Nintendo is winning regardless. Even if you do digital or physical, there's still technically that secondhand market, but you can't. The biggest problem for me would be that you can't trade it or sell it.
Yeah.
You can't trade it or sell it. You can't ever get your money back. You have to have it. Someone in your family has to have it. And even on PlayStation, I don't believe there's any way to share your games with a family plan. There's no way to do it.
Yeah, I'm not like 100% sure how that works, but that's so interesting.
Yeah, it's just sad. I don't know what to say. It's just so disappointing.
It's hard because like the only games that, and now this is coming from someone who doesn't play a ton of games on the PlayStation. Like the few games that I do play is like the Sonic games when they come out.
Yeah.
Like that one SpongeBob game.
Yeah.
But you play them.
But you play them physically. No, well, you can't play it. Would you play them digital or physical?
I think I would. Like I have Sonic Frontiers physical.
Yeah.
But if I had it digital, like it wouldn't be a huge deal for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't actually see a huge, like it doesn't change the way that I'll play PlayStation at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, I'm one of those 85% of people that would prefer to buy my games digitally if I could.
Yeah.
But now, like looking at people getting the games, like losing that collection piece, I do understand how that would be sad.
Yeah.
Like I do think there's something really cool about your own personal collection, but it doesn't change my perspective too much. I do think it's crummy how you can't share a game, but you know, I'm not a guy that just like buys every game and lets people take my games that I'll never see again.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess I should also say like I'm not gonna lie. Like it's convenient to have a digital selection of games. It's convenient. I like on my Switch 2 not having to change the cartridge. Like I was on the flight the other day. And while I was flying, I was playing my Switch 2 and I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to take out my game cartridge. Don't want to take out my cartridges and swap the games." So I literally only played my digital library. So there is also a side of like, okay, I do like digital games. If there's no option, then okay, that's fine. But if there is the option, I still would say that there's more value in being able to trade and sell your games. And for me, at least, having a collection. I love the collection side. Like, here's a perfect. I'm one of the guys who would buy a game later and not play like this game has been on Switch 2. Mouse PI for Hire has been on the Switch 2 for months. It's been on the Switch 2 for so long, months. But I decided not to play it because I was waiting for the physical game that just released. So that's just how much of a collector I am. And just to lose that whole ability on PlayStation, I mean, it sucks. I have a huge selection of PlayStation 5 physical games. But that being said, does that matter even for PlayStation? I mean, I think it matters. I guess no. Here's a real question: when's Nintendo gonna do it?
When is Nintendo gonna do it?
When is Nintendo gonna do it? Because I talked about this with M Swizzle on his podcast, and I think I've kind of changed my opinion a little bit.
Okay, so I didn't hear what you guys talked about.
Yeah, so you tell me your opinion. When do you think Nintendo's gonna stop physical games?
Probably 2030. Maybe 2032.
So 4 years, 6 years.
I think they are going to last longer than every other company.
I 100% agree.
Because, again, I don't know exactly how much of their games are physical and how many people buy it physical compared to how many people buy digital. Oh, don't tell me yet.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I don't totally know what those stats are. I imagine that it's a lot more than PlayStation because this is more family. Mm-hmm. This is more family console. So I bet what would be I bet most of the Smash Bros cartridges, like Smash Ultimate, were physical.
Yeah.
Same with like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Not Mario Kart World because that came in the box for a lot of Switches, but I bet a lot of these big games that are family games that you would get to share with the family, were bought. Were the cartridges that were bought.
Yeah, I would also agree. A lot of the sales are physical because there's a lot of families that buy it and want to give, a physical gift and stuff like that. But even I think Nintendo's just a company that collectors like. Like Nintendo is just one of those companies that you have a physical game. There's just something nostalgic about it. It's the same reason why I think Amiibo do so well. Nintendo fans are just collectors. Mm-hmm. And at least I am.
Yeah.
Like, am I crazy?
I mean, the fact that nobody's talked about that King D. I haven't seen anybody.
Nobody has talked about the King DDD
Amiibo. Besides you, talk about this King DDD Amiibo.
Because
I've been to many stores looking for this King DDD Amiibo. Nowhere. They don't even ship it to the stores, I don't think. Have you seen a store where they were carrying that Amiibo?
I haven't really been to stores since it released.
I went into like 2 different GameStops this week.
Yeah.
Just because I was at the mall or whatever. And I did not see any King DDD Amiibos. I saw the Kirby and the Bandana D Air Riders Amiibos that will never get sold.
Yeah, because they're $50 though.
And
so
this thing is more expensive than Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, it's 60. It was 55. Yeah, it was $55.
I was just like, no, this is more.
No, this is $55 US. $70 here in Canada. It's expensive. But that being said,
no, but Rhythm Heaven is $55.
Oh,
in Canada, which is where we are, by the way. Every time we talk about prices of things, because most people watch it.
Yeah, Rhythm Heaven is $55 Canadian.
It's $40
US, 55 Canadian. That's $70 Canadian.
So it's 55 US.
55 US.
Which means it's still $15 more.
Still.
See, that's just ridiculous. That's insane.
Okay, but Amiibo, that's a different thing. The true Nintendo collectors are.
I gotta hold this thing.
Yeah, hold it.
I gotta hold it. I gotta see.
You can even move the little things. It's my favorite Amiibo.
So, like, if I took these, I just, like, stole $20.
Yeah, it's about $20 you just stole.
Now it just looks like a dumb guy.
I love those amiibo though.
So this piece right here is worth $20 to you,
To me.
and this is the other 30.
There's $30.
I mean,
No, I mean it's overpriced.
to be fair though, this is a really awesome amiibo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
High quality and stuff like that.
The quality of this guy is pretty sick.
Yeah. You
Like,
can't beat it.
If this was like, again, I don't want to say 40, but if it was like 30 and you're paying $15 for each piece, like,
Talk closer to the mic. You're getting too far away. My bad.
If you were to buy this thing for $30, maybe.
My point
it
is,
would look really cool on
my
it.
point is though, like,
It is really sick.
Nintendo fans buy Nintendo physical products. So let me give you the stats now.
Okay.
So 55% of people that are on Nintendo as of last year. So this is before all the pricing changes with physical games and all that stuff has happened. But as of last year, 55% of people who bought Nintendo games bought digital, which means that 45% of people bought physical still. 45, that's almost half.
Yeah, that would be a reason enough for Nintendo to keep.
Yeah, why would they cut off 45% of the people buying Switch 2 games?
Do you think,
now you compare that to the 15% on PlayStation, that's 15%. Chances are at least half of the people that used to buy physical is going to move over to digital if they really want to play that game. And not only that, but the money that they save in production costs, PlayStation, the money that they save in production costs, they're going to save even in that 7% of the buyers, even if they lose them.
Do you think this is why back in 2017, Nintendo made a smaller case and a smaller cartridge so that they could ship more for less? Like they were kind of future-proofing it?
I mean, I just think that it's such a cartridge. They technically could. Oh, I guess I can't really show you, but they could technically, if they really wanted to save on manufacturing costs, they could cut that in half because the cartridge it could be as big as a 3DS case if they really wanted to save. But I don't think the difference in size is really that big of a difference. But regardless, Nintendo fans are collectors. I think Nintendo will push physical gaming as far as they possibly can until they see similar numbers to PlayStation, where it's only 15% of their people. I do think that we'll get there. It's like someday.
When do you think?
I would say by the Switch 4. Assuming they're still calling it the Switch, I think we're still going to see a whole other thing. What scares me though?
You think like 15 to 20 years?
Yeah, I think we got at least 10 more years. At least 10 more years.
Okay.
I hope, because physical games, I just love physical games. But that's the whole. So Nintendo is actually very smart in what they did with the game key cards. People hate them, but why would they need to stop doing game key cards? Why would they need to stop? Because yeah, it's still production costs, but there's only 1 megabyte on these game key cards.
Yeah,
they're so cheap.
Like think about the resale value of the game. You can keep selling the games.
Why is having a physical game now going to be any different than in 15 years? The only way I can see that happening is if they start doing I think cloud gaming is going to be a big thing in the next 10 years.
Technically.
So maybe when cloud gaming starts, that's when
because the RAM is too expensive? Or what?
Yeah, because actual physical gaming and hardware sales, that's going to be, it's going to eventually go to like Netflix. Netflix, people don't get as, annoyed at having to stream having to stream music and movies, and you still at least have that option to do buy CDs and vinyls and DVD discs and stuff like that. But I would say a large majority of people, probably 99% of people who watch that, probably even more than 99% of people, they stream it now. They don't even care. But there's still an option for those people to get them. So I think that Nintendo's going to keep this option. Of course, it's just going to be an extra, $10 or something, like they've been doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Nintendo people are physical collectors. They're going to keep it around for as long as possible. I do think that they're going to keep the option. I don't think Nintendo's ever going to get rid of the option until they stop doing hardware,
Right.
which like it's going to be crazy. I think if they do 15 years and they're just cloud streaming, because that's what it's going to turn into eventually.
Yeah. Well, speaking of getting rid of physical media, the segues us into our next point.
Are we done talking? Are we done talking about?
I think so. Like,
I think we covered everything else. Let us know in chat what you are thinking about this.
Yeah, we want to hear what
you
guys are saying.
I want to see what you guys are saying. Also, by the way, any super chats, we will answer them right away. Any memberships that join, we'll do a little handstand for you, not literally, but
yo,
would you try?
I would watch you do a handstand.
I might do a jump and a twist.
I jump in a yeehaw.
Jump in a yeehaw.
And then, yeah. So what, Europe?
Yeah, Europe.
And there's more news where Europe is discontinuing the Nintendo Switch 1 model. So, and that's because the battery, they don't want to what was the reason?
So, in Europe, they're making it mandatory for all devices that are bought it's mandatory for them to have to easily repair them. That includes having a battery that's easily replaceable.
Yep.
So they're doing this with the Switch 2. They're making a brand new Switch 2 model, and Switch 2 Pro controller that allow you to more simply replace the battery, even though it's not that simple. It's just more simple. So that's also reducing the battery, I believe, by like 0.3%.
Are you gonna import some to compare it?
I might, just for a video.
Are you gonna import a Nintendo Switch 2?
I might import a Switch 2 with the new battery just to see the difference.
That'd be crazy.
But you still need to like pry off the screen. I wouldn't do anything. I'd maybe run some tests.
That's crazy.
Anyways, that being said, they also, with this new law, need to technically remake the Switch 1. So now, because Nintendo doesn't want to remake the Switch 1, they're just stopping the production of Switch 1s, at least in Europe that I know of. But chances are they're going to stop Switch 1 production.
Do you think when the Switch 2 Lite comes out, they're going to make it universal for everyone to be able to switch out the batteries? Or do you think it's like, okay, we really like that you can't switch out the battery, so we're going to send the battery, like the ones that you can't change, to everywhere else besides Europe?
Thing is, when they change the battery, it's not easy to do it.
It's
still not easy. It's just easier.
So then what's the point?
The point is that they just need to make it easier and accessible to do it.
But you can't do it.
I wouldn't attempt it. But I think if I wanted to, I could do it. Now, before the first Switch 1 model, you couldn't really do it. The first Switch 2 model, the one that we all have, it's just a lot more complicated.
And that's the same for the Switch 2.
Yeah. That's the thing. So, I mean, that's a piece of news. The Switch 1's kind of ending. So, I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care that much. Like, does it matter?
I mean, not for us.
No, not for us. But I honestly thought if it wasn't for this, I would have thought that Nintendo will just keep going with the Switch 1s as long as possible.
I'd be curious to see what if the sales in Europe go up. Like, you know how like Switch 1s are still selling like pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to see if the Switch 2's sales go up faster because they discontinued the Switch 1.
I would say no.
I don't know.
I would say no because the people who are buying a Switch 1 right now don't care about the Switch 2.
Yeah, but the people who care about if you explained if somebody's like, oh, I really want to get into games, and people said, oh, just go get the newest Nintendo system, or somebody just said, go get a Nintendo system. I think a lot of casual people would just pick up a Switch 1 and like have fun. It's got all the games that you need and that you want.
Yeah, I guess.
But now, if that casual audience is like, oh, yeah, Nintendo, here's the newest Nintendo system, I'm going to pick this one up. Like, I think it's probably going to boost the sales in Europe for the
Switch 2. Maybe slightly.
No, I think it will.
Maybe slightly.
I guess time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
And when are they doing this? When is this happening?
I think the beginning of 2027 is when they have to be selling the new one. Which is kind of crazy.
But all of them are the same because it's not region locked, right? Like every system is the same.
If I bought one from Europe today, it'd be the same.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they'll be releasing the new swapped battery model here.
They probably have manufactured everything that they've probably manufactured all of the Switch ones that they're gonna sell. Probably not.
They could probably still sell Switch 1s for another 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, that's kind of nice.
All right. I think that's about all that we have for that. We need to talk about our thoughts on Rhythm Heaven.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Because last week I was. Well, we might talk a little bit more about physical gaming a little bit more because I do have a little bit more to say. Mm-hmm. But quickly tell me about your thoughts on the physical Rhythm Heaven.
On the physical Rhythm Heaven.
Physical Rhythm Heaven.
I think.
What's your past like? Tell me about your past of Rhythm Heaven.
Okay. We had Rhythm Heaven for the DS. And when did that game come out?
2006, probably.
It was an early 2000s game. And it was one of my favorite games on the DS.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I'm going to put it on the mug.
Oh, yo, bro. Careful now.
Oh, yeah.
Is there water in it still?
Yeah. Rhythm Heaven was one of my favorite Nintendo franchises, really of all time.
Yeah.
My favorites. Like, it's right up there close to, Pikmin and Mario. I think Rhythm Heaven is just like such a fun game.
I have the answer. They're stopping selling the Switch 1 in Europe in February 2027.
Okay.
Keep going.
Thank you. But Rhythm Heaven, I actually never played the one on the 3DS because they didn't have a physical version, I don't think. I think it was just digital.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was, which is why I never bought it.
Yeah, it was. It was just digital.
Yeah, I thought it was just like some mini games from the DS version remade, but I only found this out recently that it was actually technically a full release of all of the best games. But I played Rhythm Heaven Fever.
Oh, I didn't know it was new.
I played Rhythm Heaven Fever, and it was one of my favorite Wii games. Like, I boot up my Wii just to play Rhythm Heaven Fever sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such an amazing game. Best game in the series, I think.
But is the new one better?
I need more. I'm not done it yet.
You haven't finished it?
No.
How long have you been playing it for?
I've been playing it since it released.
Last week. Yeah, last week. Came out last week.
Yeah. I've been playing it for the whole week. Okay, there's been some days where I've been feeling a little sleepy, a little tired.
Yeah.
And I prefer to wait to play Rhythm Heaven until I feel like I've got good rest. Because I find that I'm just like rushing through Rhythm Heaven, and I'm not like fully enjoying it, and I'm not like fully focused because I don't know, it's just because I'm older.
It takes a lot of brain power.
I don't know if it's just because I'm older and I don't have as much energy, which like old. I'm not that much. I'm literally not that old, but
you gonna age drop?
No, I'm not gonna age drop. But I find that I played the first day for like hours. I started playing at like 7:00, maybe 6:00, and I played for 2 or 3 hours, and I felt exhausted at the end.
It's a lot. It's a you're just in your head like you're just counting.
Yeah, which again is so fun, and I've had so much fun with the multiplayer as well. Like I played Rhythm Heaven with my wife and my parents.
Was that fun? Was that good?
It was actually so much fun,
Even with the rants?
even with the rents.
Dang.
Like they actually played it well.
Wow. Yeah.
Like I was impressed.
I have been trying to play. I tried to play the game a lot last week. I was with M Swizzle, as we all know, and I really wanted to play it. I was in the airport for a few hours before flying back home, and I tried to play Rhythm Heaven, and I did play Rhythm Heaven, but I had Bluetooth headphones on, and it even says when you boot up the game. By the way, if you have Bluetooth headphones,
This game sucks.
Get some wired headphones. Just go get some wired headphones. But what I found was that there was delay in the Bluetooth headphones that I couldn't fix.
Did you buy wired headphones?
No, I didn't buy wired headphones. It wasn't. I was using AirPods, which are pretty good. Like they're pretty good for the latency, but it was noticeable still. So I did my best, and I played a couple of really fun ones, but it just didn't feel locked in. So I'm hoping that this week, I'm going on vacation next week. I hope that during that vacation I can really dig deep into it. Maybe play it with my family and yeah, I'm excited to actually dig into it when I'm off next week. So, oh my goodness, but it's Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, it's
Like,
exactly
it's Rhythm Heaven.
like if you've played a Rhythm Heaven game before, it's nothing new. It is just more of the same, which is everything that it needed to be.
Yeah,
It just needs to be more of the same. It wasn't like Tomodachi Life where they added to it. They did add to Rhythm Heaven, but like not in a fresh way. There's not really much more that you can do.
yeah.
So
they're really. I think what would have been really good with Rhythm Heaven is if they changed it. Like, I really like the art style of Rhythm Heaven, and I'm completely fine with how they did it. But imagine if they just went that extra above and beyond. Like, this game could be played on the Wii.
yeah,
I think there's a lot of graphics in it that really aren't that. They're not that crazy.
you must not have gotten far enough yet.
Maybe I haven't gotten far enough. I got the first 3 sections done.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. There's not much. There's really not much to it.
Okay, yeah. I think graphically they could have really, hyped it up.
Like there's this one mini game where you've got birds that are in the sky, and the birds being in the sky, it's like the four birds on the screen. The sky is like just a blue screen.
Yeah.
It's like a blue screen.
That's what I mean.
No clouds or anything.
There's
like
it's
this is
not
the sky.
This is why it can run on the Switch 1. I think if they would have made it like a Switch 2 exclusive and like really intense, it would have been amazing.
I don't think it would have sold.
But
good.
That's the whole thing. This isn't for the graphics. You're not playing the game for the graphics. They know they don't need to, Nintendo's very, frugal's the wrong word. They're like, okay, we don't need to give this 4K 60 frames per second. Like this game doesn't need it. So why would we spend money making it like that?
Although I don't think it would take much for them to make it. All they need to do is just
No, that's true. Well,
upload
in this
higher
case,
textures, which is like probably super.
in this case, but like,
easy.
why would you spend an extra 6 months or even a year of production time making the games look prettier when you don't need them to?
Yeah.
Especially for Rhythm Heaven. Like people who play Rhythm Heaven aren't going to be the ones that want that visual stimulation. Although there are a couple times where I'm like, all right, this is a little boring. Like
for Rhythm Heaven,
like
there's always gonna be a few like
they just don't hit.
ones.
But I think that if
Which ones?
The moon one.
Yeah, the moon one is probably one of my least favorites.
The moon one I didn't like.
It was really annoying.
Yeah, so stupid.
It was really that one was probably one of the worst ones.
Let's say another one I didn't like. I didn't love the one of them that was hard was the guy running, the pixel guy running.
Oh, I also hate that one.
I don't know if it's just hard because Well, I had the headphones in that weren't really working that well. That one is just hard. It's just a hard game. It's a hard one. What's another one?
It gets worse.
Gets worse.
Like there's a second one for that,
Oh no.
and it's like, oh, this is so lame.
Anyways.
That was probably those. You just listed my 2 least favorite Rhythm Heaven games.
Yeah, those ones I didn't love.
But have you gotten to like the cooking?
Oh yeah, with
the slice and dice.
That's my favorite.
That is definitely my favorite. There's another one that's in there that is my second favorite, but I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Oh, the cat with the umbrella. I didn't like that one.
Cat with the umbrella.
Yeah.
The umbrella on its head.
Yeah.
That's not a. I don't think that was a cat.
Did
you see some of the characters that were in there?
No.
If you were to pick one
on the moon, you see the character that was on the moon?
No.
Ashley from WarioWare.
Oh,
I gotta look it up.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
If you were to choose one character from
Knuckle Joe. From what?
From Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
To be a Smash Bros. Representative.
Oh.
From Rhythm Heaven.
Knuckle Joe's Kirby. Sorry. Karate Joe.
Is he in it?
Karate Joe's in Rhythm Heaven, right?
Rhythm Heaven Groove. I'm talking about Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Yeah. Oh, from Rhythm Heaven Groove to be in Smash?
Yeah.
I don't know, the mom that's cooking. I guess it's not a mom. It's just a girl.
Do you care if I tell you who's in this game that was in a past game?
Tell me.
That I didn't realize until it showed up on the screen, and I was like,
just tell me. The monkeys?
No. Karate Joe.
Karate Joe is in this game?
He is in this game.
Really?
Yes.
Bro, Karate Joe's got to be in. Are you serious?
Yes, dude.
A full mini game?
The redesign is like kind of weird.
Bro, don't say anything else. That's crazy. I did not expect that.
I didn't expect it either. He wasn't on the box art. He was in no.
Why wouldn't they not put him on the box art?
In no trailer, but it showed up. Do you know how many rows there are?
Well, there's 5 games and there's 80 games, so there's got to be 40 rows. That was way off. There's 80 games, so 5 times.
Well, it's 5 plus the remix, so 6,
40.
I think.
So there's 40 rows.
I actually haven't gotten to the end, but I know how many remixes there are, which means that.
How many remixes?
I think there's 20.
Oh.
Which means that there's 20 rows.
Okay. Anyways, Rhythm Heaven's good. It's kind of crazy that last week or the week before.
Do you want to look up the redesign? I really want to see what your thoughts are on Karate Joe's redesign.
I think it's crazy that Nintendo released a game last week. Then they they released a game, Star Fox, 2 weeks ago, and then Karate Joe, and then Rhythm Heaven this week. And then this?
That's his redesign.
What the heck? I'll show it on screen.
Hold on, wait. You gotta find. Good.
Is there like a side-by-side? Anyways, there was one last week. There was a game. There's a game 2 weeks ago. Then there was a game last week, being Rhythm Heaven, and now it is.
But yes, that's his.
And now next week,
hit this picture. You can see him better.
This one.
Like that's his redesign. It's kind of crazy.
He looks kind of like a meme.
So it is still Karate Joe. But instead of him punching now, he's grabbing.
I wonder why. Is that going through? Is that call going through the sound system right now?
I don't know. Somebody's getting a call. Is that me?
I have no idea.
Anyways,
whatever. Yeah, so.
But yeah,
let me know if you guys heard that.
So on the left, you can see Karate Joe's old design, which is like pretty. I like it.
I do
But
like
then his
it.
new one, it looks really strange.
Look at his. Look at his.
His toes are so cooked.
He looks a little. It almost looks AI generated. I don't think it is.
I don't know. It's
more hand drawn. Like they used a. They used the smoothed out tool for the old one. Then for the new one, it's hand drawn.
It's just like, oh, like when he showed up on the screen, I was like, oh dang, like what is going on right now? Like his fingers look like they're all like weird, and his toes really threw me off. They really threw me off to the point where I was like, is this Karate Joe's brother? Is this like cousin or something?
This is brother. Anyways, yeah, Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah,
it's good. And next week we have Splatoon, or is that next week?
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks we have Splatoon.
Wait, what day is it? The 26th?
23rd is when it comes out. Yeah, 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
We'll talk about a lot about Splatoon Raiders in 2 weeks, because that'll be a good one.
But yeah, Karate Joe, I think, is going to be the Smash guy. I wasn't sure until I saw him in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
as for another piece of news, but yeah, rank it on the game gauge. What are you ranking Rhythm Heaven on the game gauge?
9.
I give it like an 8.5.
I think it's the best Nintendo game that has come out so far this year.
What? Say that again. Rhythm Heaven's the best game to release this year?
Yeah. What are the other ones that have come out? There's Tomodachi Life, which is a really, really good game.
Tomodachi Life, Pocopia.
Oh.
Star Fox. Yeah, Pocopia probably is the best.
Yeah. Pocopia and Rhythm Heaven. Okay, let's see here.
All right, here's some other news. We got new
what do you got
Pokemon,
for us, Russ Vandy?
Got new Pokemon Lego sets. Have you seen these?
Yo, I'm seeing this side article there saying I'm obsessed with Rhythm Heaven's. Wait, go down.
Secret Beat Spell finale.
I haven't tried the RPG thing yet.
No?
I haven't tried it yet. I need to try that. Okay, sorry. Let's get back on what you were saying. New Lego again?
More Lego. Let me look up the actual just like Pokemon Lego. Here. They are officially confirmed.
Oh my.
So.
Wait, Rayquaza?
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza?
Perhaps.
I thought it was Rayquaza.
So $180 for that. Munchlax is $100. This is all Canadian, so whatever that is. Arcanine. And then upscaled red minifigure.
What the heck? What in the world is that?
And then they have the iconic trainer moments Pokeball. That's a really interesting one.
They're like, oh, this did really good last time. We gotta capitalize on this.
They got like the minifigures too. They are going so ham.
That's cool.
They're going so ham with
iconic trainer moments.
And then obviously you have the stupidly absurd $900 Pokemon set. But they're going so
now there's no RAM in these, so it shouldn't get any more expensive than
no,
this,
it's just plastic. But you'd think that there's RAM in them.
Okay, we gotta which one out of these should we buy and build on for a
bonus
episode?
Which one should we do?
Wait, go back. The upscaled red minifigure is so
bad. It's so bad.
Maybe that has to be the one that we gotta build.
Nah, Chief.
Ew, that's so bad.
I like Rayquaza. Rayquaza. I also like Arcanine.
Do you think they're gonna make new sets for Winds and Waves?
Oh my! At this point, just having all of these Lego sets and how fast they're pumping them out.
I'm sure this is one of their most sold collections in a while.
All right, take that off screen. I'm gonna look this up. Pokemon. I wonder if they say. They probably don't say. They probably don't say. No, it's just giving me like, yeah. So it's crazy, but yeah, new Lego sets. I mean, can't go wrong with that. Although I'm not gonna play them. Another piece of news, which is actually funny. Did you see that Mario Kart got a new update?
Oh yeah, the new knockout tours.
There's 2 new knockout tours.
Yeah, I played that.
Did you see that there's more knockout tours coming?
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know what that
I'm
means.
surprised.
Though.
Like, it's kind of weird that they're waiting so long
Mm-hmm.
to release them because you can essentially play all of the courses that they're offering, just not in that exact order.
Yeah, it's so goofy. Knockout Tour is such an easy like win for them because I feel like it's
really
easy for them to do. But I mean, at least they're adding stuff to it finally. Yeah. Anyways, anything else? Oh, I also played the Splatoon Raiders demo at a Best Buy.
Wait, actually?
At a Target.
Wait, how did you like it?
It was I don't know what to say. I can't obviously get my full thoughts here, but the Splatoon Raiders demo at the Target specifically was very. It felt like Splatoon. Like it felt just like regular Splatoon.
Oh.
I really hoped it would feel different, but it's the exact same animations. It's the same way the paint splatters. It doesn't look fantastic. It just looks 4K. But like there's nothing really about the game that graphically stands out. But I think I'll have a better opinion on it when we actually play the game in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay, something really interesting about the Lego Pokemon that I'm seeing here. So the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise set. So the 650 USD set. The pre-order sold out in the United States and United Kingdom in less than 24 hours, despite being one of Lego's most expensive sets. It also caused heavy traffic on the Lego's website, and unopened sets immediately appeared on resale sites for hundreds above retail. That makes its launch stronger than a normal Lego release, and most $500 to $650 collector sets remain available for weeks or months because the price naturally limits the audience. But Pokemon overcame that barrier largely because it combines with Pokemon.
Yeah, just think about how crazy Pokemon collectors are with the cards. You know, if they only got 4 Lego sets, of course they got to collect them all.
That's crazy.
One last piece of news. It's actually funny. I just saw this. Mouse PI for hire. It got a 40 frames per second patch.
40?
Yeah. It was 30. Now it's 40.
Just on the Switch, too.
Yeah. Should I open it now?
Yeah, might as well.
Let's open it now. Once again, everyone, we got a bonus episode for Vandy Plus members and above. We're about to start that. We'll do that. We're gonna continue the show. Is there anything else that we should chat about?
I don't think so. I mean, I thought we were going to talk about Rhythm Heaven a little bit more.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about it? If we had talked about it last week, we would have definitely spent a lot longer on it.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, you've only played like 3 levels.
I'm excited to play even more of it.
I'm excited to finish it. I need to play the RPG.
Mouse.
Oh, they actually have inside box art.
Inside box art. Also full on cartridge.
You did say that. I should have played the RPG. I feel kind of silly for not playing the RPG.
When you play it, we can talk about it again.
All right. Sounds good.
Look at this.
Yo, it's a crazy setup.
That makes me scared.
Has anybody seen the Russ Vandy short with the Duck Hunt amiibos?
Oh yeah, we're rebranding. Oh wait, the Duck Hunt amiibos.
Yeah,
Why do you ask?
because we have all those Duck Hunt amiibos here.
Should you go get them? We'll show them in the bonus.
In the bonus episode, we'll have them on set next week. Oh no, not next week. The week after.
In 2 weeks, we'll have them all on set. Yeah.
We'll put them all up there to fill out the space a little more.
Yeah. I have 20 Duck Hunt amiibos. Right? Is it 20? Do we have 20 of them?
Yeah, probably more than that. Probably 25.
Anyways, poor financial decision, but I love it.
We love making 4 pint pour.
We love making 4 pint. Poor financial decisions. Rebranding. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll just say it. We're redoing. We're like kind of changing up We're changing up how we do shorts. So Quentin has been actually editing the shorts for the last.
No.
Bro. He's been helping with the shorts.
Yes.
He's been helping me with the shorts. Anyways,
there's just a new style happening soon.
We got a new style. We've been working together and concocting a new style. So you gotta tell me what you think about them. Go comment and tell me what you think about the new style.
That's all.
That's all. All right, we're gonna get into the bonus right now. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. It's such a good time having you all. It was so much fun. Let me know your thoughts of physical games dying. How long is Nintendo going to stay in the game for? And I hope you all have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, 5-star rating, hype it up, and I'll see you in the bonus where we continue the show. All right. We'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.